All right, well, I gotta flip it around. Well, hello. Man,
Wearing the same hat today.
I know.
Love it.
Can I put this here?
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe that crevice there. Maybe.
There we go.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Hello, everyone.
I'm not gonna lie, Bryant. Downtown Raleigh is on fire right now. Not truly, but there are armed militia
That's just insane.
rocking or walking around, and I'm wondering, have we got to that place?
I certainly pray we haven't gotten to that place.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Also, you look fantastic in that hat.
I appreciate. I'm coming in kind of hot from a run, but we make it work.
We make this day work.
Absolutely, and I'm honored to be here.
Yes.
Bryant, Lovett. Let's just introduce ourselves to anyone. Bryant Lovett here with Lovett Properties. I'm
Sandy Roberts.
Thank you.
With Lovett Properties.
With Lovett Properties.
The fastest man within Lovett Properties.
That is a superlative I'll take.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are we the two favorite realtors of the internet?
That's yet to be seen.
Yet to be seen.
Yeah, it's yet to be seen.
But
you are the fastest.
Have y'all heard, as we've talked before, there are these two old guys, Brad and someone else.
Yep.
And they have this jingle, and they're physical therapists, and they have a ton of videos, 1 million+ followers. Nothing sexy, but just get the job done.
Yes.
And they call themselves the two favorite physical therapists on the internet. And then the guy follows up with at least to them.
Yes.
So at least to us.
To us, we are the internet's favorite.
We can be that way.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, let's go ahead and jump in today. We'll kind of do a quick run through, and then I thought maybe, Brian, our last question, just to kind of give the audience a context, we could talk about maybe just disappointments.
Yeah.
Just kind of, hey, what's been the biggest disappointment you've faced maybe past year, industry, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be dwelling on that as we're going here.
Absolutely. Okay.
Maybe that might be a good way to end.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds good.
Why don't you I'm at a loss of words. Why don't you just tell us what's up?
Yeah. Guys, what a crazy week as the U.S. starts to open back up.
Yeah.
A lot of open up dates were May 1st, and they weren't extended. We're extended here locally, so we've been extended to May 8th. We'll see if that gets pushed even further. And it's been kind of a crazy week in our world. In real estate, it's been crazy for a firm. I think we've brought in over 10 contracts this week.
Wow.
Which is huge. So just local, small sample size, but we've had a really busy week as a firm where you get to hand a lot of folks their keys.
Yeah.
Which is really, really cool. And then help sellers sell. And every week that's full of all kinds of different things.
So at the end of the day, again, we go back to this, but in case you're listening for the first time, it's still a good time to buy right now.
Yeah, it's an amazing
Why
time.
Is that the case?
Well, when
in the triangle, at least.
Yeah, in the triangle, you pair this fact that your monthly payment is based on your interest rate, and then you pair that with the tremendous uncertainty out there. It is a perfect time to be purchasing a home. Now, there's plenty of folks, and I talk to them every single week. They're like, let's see what next year has in store. Interest rates might go up, but prices might come down.
Okay.
That's going to be a let's put a pin in it.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to predict that crystal ball when you literally, honest to goodness, when you have a increasing and growing market in 2008.
Yeah.
Like in 2008, we grew by 2%.
Wow.
So to make, to bank and place your bets on the Raleigh market or the Triangle market going down sharply, I don't know if I'd put money on that horse.
Yeah, I saw a stat today that said on the whole, listings on the whole are down because if you do have an option, people are saying maybe not, while the national average is 35% of a decrease in listings, we're only seeing, I think, around 19.
Here locally.
So still less than the national average by a significant, almost half, by a significant margin.
Yep.
So, Brian, what do you? I know you have some listings. What are you seeing in terms? This is just in patterns. I think that's what we want to get at is patterns.
Yes.
What are you seeing in terms of? Let's just say 350 and below.
Yep.
What are we seeing? Multiple offers going same weekend? Or are we seeing a little bit of lag time from the active date to going under contract? What are we seeing?
Oh yeah, across the board.
Same weekend.
Same weekend.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, folks. You said 350 and below, and. You said 350 and below,
or
but
maybe
honestly,
4.
like all the way up, yeah. So it's like If you're in the right neighborhood, priced right, marketing's done well, we're still holding a 2.5 day on market on average as a firm this year. 2.5 days. That is including our $1 million listings.
Insane.
So so things are still trending really quickly. I've got some folks that lost out on offers yesterday, and I've actually lost out on a few this week. And
are these again multiple
offer? Yeah, we're losing because other folks are either going above where the appraisal range would be.
Yeah.
And they're willing to do that, whereas some folks aren't willing to do that.
Right.
But yeah,
that's really good to know, because again, I think sometimes buyers coming back in, maybe they took a break, thinking, hey, maybe we can get a steal.
Yes, thinking with COVID, I have an opportunity.
Yeah, and what are we seeing?
No,
that's not the case.
That's not the case.
So I think it's good to have a frame of reference for when you enter into or enter back into this market, especially on the buy side, what you're up against. And that is based on what we talked about last week, right? Which is there still is an inventory shortage.
Yes.
What are we looking?
That's huge.
Yeah.
You just you hit it on the head again. We don't have as much. So as far as like homes pulling off the market, at the peak 3 weeks ago, it was like 450 homes came off the market. As of this past week, I think it was only 108 came off as far as like pulling back and saying we're going to wait.
Yep.
So it's coming down, but and showings are going up. So it's amazing as you see all over the past 4 weeks. If you watch the showing data, it is on the rise. And I wish I had technology set up to show you guys a stat, but I don't. But I really want to show you the graph. Might be coming, hopefully, but. The ability to see in graph form just how many. 4 weeks ago, we had 2,000 showings in the full week. That is very low for our market. 2,000. As of this past week, 6,000. So that's 300% increase in showings over the past 4 weeks. So that's great, or the past 3 weeks. So that's fantastic news. So showings are certainly coming back. They're still in the basement compared to where we normally are.
Yeah. But
they're coming back.
Well, and this what this goes to show is, I would say Raleigh, the Triangle at large, is still a great place to live. And I got a stat for you on that. I heard that during Corona, in terms of places that you have to be sheltered in, Raleigh is still one of the top 10 places to be sheltered in. Why? I got 3 reasons for you. One, because there's there's a lot of room in like rentals in particular, but people have room. Like you're not, for the rate, right? Yes. People are not jammed in like in a big city.
In like 400 square feet.
That's right. Yeah. The Wi-Fi is great.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
I don't know what that means.
Google Fiber, Spectrum, maybe not. I don't know. But Wi-Fi is good on the whole.
Yep.
And we have incredible leisure spaces that are nearby to large like urban centers.
Yes. That our government currently isn't completely shutting down, which I appreciate.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
you run the Greenway almost every day.
Every day. So that the reality is that even during Corona, Raleigh or in the Triangle at large is still a great place to be.
That's right.
Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and as we start to kind of think and wrap down for today, I thought we would maybe jump in. I know sometimes we come here and like to paint a rosy picture, but the reality is real estate can be sometimes anything but. And I know that you've been in it obviously a lot longer than I have, but there has been moments, seasons of disappointment, frustration, kind of rejection, dejection. I don't know what all the words are, but I thought we might end and we'll both take a chance to delve in of just maybe some recent disappointments to kind of help balance out that this is an an up and down industry.
Yeah, it is for sure, especially for real estate agents that are listening and tuning in. Real estate has its ups and downs, and sometimes it feels like it has more downs. Because they make a greater impact in our lives. Like the ups, sometimes they're sweet, but they're short, and they're and we're moving on. But the downs, they hit us and they hit us hard. Do you want like a recent experience or kind of like a?
I think whatever you're feeling, maybe just something that would just be something that has been a challenge that's kind of hit a certain way, either to you personally within the clients that you've dealt with, or even just like periods in the past couple of years where you've been like, man, like I don't know. I mean, I got some, so I can.
Like I mean, for me, we love our clients a lot. We build relationships with them that are really really tight, and then I love my agents and I love the LP family, and so like. it's love it properties, and then also as an industry or a career that we work within.
Thank you.
This isn't just a job. So it is definitely something that we pour our blood, sweat, and tears into. And what I think hurts the most is when folks don't feel loved with what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And so it's like when you fight so hard and yet they don't, it's not taken in the way that you mean.
Right.
And so that's been hard. For me, it probably the hardest thing for me personally has been team building. So I don't know if anyone listening or tuning in can relate to this, but when you build a team, you go through exciting growth, and then you go through retraction as well. So I've definitely been in a season, like quite honestly, I am in a season right now where my team is now just me basically, and which can feel like a defeat, and then I care deeply for my clients that lose out on their offers that they present. They fall in love with homes. They want them so terribly, offer letters, the whole 9 yards, and then they lose out. And so I feel that because I'm fighting for them.
Yeah.
And that's happened to me a couple different times this week. So
I think for me, disappointment, and I would say at large, is just, sometimes the comparison game is easy in this, to think, man, like I wish I was dealing with more clients, putting more homes under contract. Maybe I'm not doing the kind of work that I'd like, or the quantity that I'd like to be doing, and thinking, man, like, oh God, I'm miserable. I'm horrible at this.
Yep.
And so I think that's the hard part, is the ups and downs, because it's not like, I'm not at a place in my business where there's just consistency. There's kind of like bulks and there's lulls, bulks and lulls. And so it's like,
wow,
that's probably a band somewhere. But it's like, I think that's hard for me to put my blinders on and say, like, this is kind of where I need to be. And this is the stage and season, and just to be content even in there, and not like look up and be like, well, this guy feels like, or this team feels like they're killing it. And I just feel like I'm not even in the playing field of where they are. So I think disappointment is just being able to say, there's some great realtors out there doing great work and doing a lot more than I am, but like a contentment of like always want to be doing more, but also like being thankful for, what I have. Yeah. So that's kind of, that would be, I think my disappointment is just being like, not being content and letting my emotion get the best of me, especially in those lull seasons.
Yes. Yeah.
Which, kind of a little in that one right now. So it's,
And
but
I think that's something that every one of us needs to hear from you. Say, like, I think that's a message we all need to hear. And we also don't see the big picture. We only see the micro. And it is usually you said bulks and lulls, right? Bulks and lulls.
Yeah.
We usually don't see the bulks until they're on us.
Yeah.
We don't see them coming until they're like in our face.
Yeah.
And pretty consistently in my life is that the case. Pretty consistently in my life. Everyone's with us.
Yes.
But yeah, in my life, the Lord teaches me constantly that. I'm trying to think of a biblical reference even, but it's like you don't even know what I have for you in like a week.
Yeah.
Or like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like tomorrow I have 3 people calling you tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you don't feel it right now. And so that happens to me constantly. And we've got, as a team, I'm thankful for the listings I have, but I look back and I remember telling many of the people who might watch this video, I remember telling them, like, I have 0 listings. I don't know how to find them.
Yeah.
And I don't, and so, and then people start calling, then your phone, so it's putting in the daily work, and I think you exemplify that to all of us, which is being consistent. So it's like, I'm going to consistently put in the work. I'm going to share a quote with you guys that I still use, that this man told me years ago. I know.
Was it
ready for it?
Run daily?
It was not run daily, but if that was the case, I failed terribly because I do not run daily. But no, it was this, which is, you practice to run the race that you are not entitled to run in. Oh, that has stuck with me ever since you said that. In other words, we got to put in the work for race day, but you may not get to run in race day.
I know.
Like, I mean, talk about like the college people and the high school people. Like, they don't get to run in those races anymore.
That's right.
But they had to put in the work to prep because maybe they could have.
Yeah.
Maybe they wouldn't have been canceled. And it's like just that daily grind of doing what we need to do to maybe get a shot at playing in game day.
Yeah, that's.
But you might not get the opportunity, and so, anyways, that's a Sandy Roberts original right there.
I'm nervous. don't always follow what I preach, but. All right, cool. Well, Brian, always good to join you on these Friday sessions. I know it'll be a great weekend, and as you guys can see, we got Epic Hats here at LP. We still have a big announcement, maybe not going to come this week, but we will have Bryant's mom, Nancy Lovett, our broker in charge, on with
next Friday.
Okay, done. Next Friday she'll be in, and we will look forward to a special announcement for what she has about the team expanding.
Yeah, make sure to tune in.
That being said, from the bolo ties, the hats, Bryant Lovett,
Sandy Roberts.
You'll have a great weekend.
See you guys.
All right.